Yes, you can start.
Hello, I'm Venkatesh Yelko, and I'm in 7th grade, and I'm a part of Legogoa since the past 3 to 4 years. And my parent is my mother, Akshaya Yelko, and she's the admin for this team this year. Now, what I want to say about FTC is that it's just more than designing and building. It's more of team skills and core values. So in that case, one more thing is there that in FTC there is more of controlling with the joystick the robot and not much of automatic code. So the role I would like to play is the builder. I would like to build the robot since I had experience in building robots in many competitions. And even I would like to code because I also would love to learn Java, which is a new coding language for me. And I've learned other coding languages too. And I would also like to do CAD designing because I've also designed and 3D designed in other software such as SketchUp and Tinkercad, which are very similar to Onshape. So thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Venkatesh. Next, who would like to come, Shona? Yeah, please. It's you said you may maybe.
You want to see or you want to show?
Vedant, you can hear us, right? Vedant, you can hear us, no? Vignesh?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
So my name is Shami Pede. I'm from Shadamanda School and I'm in the 7th standard. So first, what is FTC? So FTC challenge, also known as the first VEX challenge, is mostly a robotics competition from 7th standard to 12th standard. So who are the founders of FTC? The founders of FTC are Dr. Woody Flowers and Dean Kamen. What is my opinion about FTC? It requires teamwork, leadership, and creativity. It engages in fun learning and fun activities. It'll be fun when we have to go outside for collecting more coins, such as doing community service by teaching like schools and other villages and sharing the information about FTC. Various roles have to be given to various teammates, and each role is interesting, challenging, and important. What are the important FTC rules? So there are some rules in FTC, but what are the main important rules, which are the team consists of 2 drivers, 1 mentor, 1 robot, and 1 player during the competition. Each match is divided between 4 randomly selected teams. If you sabotage, points will be reduced. We cannot descore opposite teams' cones or beacons. What role I want and why? I would like the build team because I'm good at gears. I know the rules of building so that we don't get disqualified. I can solve complex problems and I'm good at logical thinking. So implementation strategy for my role. First, by scoring the highest polls. Second, during the driver control time, we have to put the beacon on the highest pole so we can surely get 10 points plus the additional 10 points for scoring. We have to use gears so that we don't have to use additional motors and additional controls. The robot should be 18 by 18 grid, as well as the weight has to be less so that driving is easy. Thank you.
You didn't introduce.
And my parent is Veena.
Next, would like to volunteer? Yeah, please.
So, hello everybody, my name is Aditya. I study in the 11th grade in Shantamagiri School, Commerce. And I've been very interested in this competition because it doesn't just focus on one aspect of the competition. Like, it's not just robotics or not just building. It tries to teach you different things, tries to teach you teamwork, tries to teach you leadership, how to gain funds and how to market your project. So that's why I was very interested in this competition. So what would I like to do? I would personally like to help in raise funds and market our project and review its commercial viability. So we can convince like sponsors to sponsor our project. And I would also like to devise a strategy to help us win because the game is very complex. Power play is very complex. So we would like to make an optimum strategy to help us win.
Introduce.
My mother. Thank you.
Anybody next like to come? Yeah. The first one, no?
So hello everyone, I am Aniket Patikar from Standard 9 Mustifan High School, and my parents are my mother Ashwini Patikar and my father Sushan Patikar. So what is FTC? So FTC is basically a competition in which you have to build and develop a robot and program it and fight it like a normal league. So FTC is more about learning. In FTC, we have to make an engineering notebook. This engineering notebook comprises of problem definition, information, brainstorming solutions, concept design, testing the robot, system level designing, design improvement, production, promotion, and budgeting. So now I will tell you what technical skills we learn. We will learn computer-aided design using on-chip. Then in first step challenge, we will learn machine learning toolchain using TensorFlow, Android Studio and Java programming, then programming robot to work in a simulator, and robot control and navigation, robot hardware assembly using aluminum profiles, servo motors, various type of sensors, etc. So my roles in the team. I would like to work as a builder, programmer, a driver, or an engineering notebook recorder. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Next. Yeah, please. You have mail? No, not required. Yeah. Thank you so much. useful for them.
So, my name is Aryan, and I'm here with my father, Rohit Gode.
Hello.
So, I study in Kendriya Vidyalaya. I'm in class 8. And let's start.
Kendriya Vidyalaya where?
Kendriya Vidyalaya INS Mandali.
Oh, I understand.
So, basically, what is first step challenge? Teams are challenged to design, build, program, and operate robots to compete in a head-to-head challenge in alliance format. The robot kit is reusable from year to year and can be coded using a variety of levels of Java-based programming. Teams design and build robots, raise funds, design and market their team brand, and do community outreach to earn specific awards. Guided by cap-
Adult coaches and you want to change?
yeah, it's a little bit smaller for me.
Okay, I'll download it for you.
Okay, so robot kit is reusable from year to year and can be coded using a variety of level of Java-based programming. Team design and build robots, raise fund, design and market their team brand, and do community outreach to earn specific award. Guided by adult coaches and mentors, students develop STEM skills, which is science, technology, and engineering and mathematical skills, and practice engineering principles while realizing the value of hard work, innovation, and working as a team. So basically, how does the FTC game work? So matches are played on a playing field as given above. So
It'll be difficult for them to
this,
say. It's
yeah,
okay.
but this is the field, and two alliances, one red and one blue, made up of two teams each, compete in each match. The object of the game is to earn as many points as possible. So there are basically rules, and a player can earn more points. The match start with a 30-second autonomous period, in which robot operate only using pre-programmed instruction and sensor inputs. So the robot is automatic in this period. No one can operate it. The following robot action earn point during the autonomous period. Each pawn placed in a terminal or on a junction earn point. Navigating to their alliance terminal or alliance station. Alliances can also earn points by parking in the signal zone that correspond with the randomly selected indicator image, and team that use the team supplied signals need earn more points for this task. Then the 2-minute driver control period follows the autonomous period. Alliances earn points by placing pawn in terminal or on junction. Owning a junction, creating a continuous circuit of junction from one alliance terminal to the other matching alliance terminal. So the second stage is the 2-minute driving control period, in which the player controls the robot. Then the third period, in third period also the player controls the robot, and it is the final 30 seconds of the driver control period called end game. In addition to the previously listed driver control period scoring activities, alliance earn points by capping a junction, parking their alliance terminal. Yeah. So a player can earn points by doing these things. So yeah, this is the game. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
If the presentation is compulsory, then you can post in the group. When
Yeah.
we're speaking, we can discuss it.
It's actually there in the Zoom meeting right now. You can join the Zoom meeting if you want to see.
That is better. Then
Audio
audio will be
Only audio will be there.
We can't see the.
You can see the PPT. I can see. I'm on Zoom only right now.
audio na disturb, no?
You put off the audio. Yeah. If you want to see the PPT, you can put off the audio. You can join via Zoom. Online also, Vignesh or Vedant, you are free to talk whenever you are ready.
Sir. Okay, sir. Can I show now?
You would like to present, Vignesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can put your camera on also.
Okay, sir.
I'll stop my share screen.
Okay.
You can see it's better on that. Oh, okay. This side, this side.
Yes, sir. Is the screen visible?
Yeah, visible. Go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Please introduce yourself, Vignesh, before.
Myself, Vignesh Nososhetty. I am from Dr. K.B. Hedgewar Vidya Mandir Sakri. I am studying in standard 9th. So, what is this is about the first organization. Its full form is for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. It is an international non-profit organization, and they organize various competitions related to robotics and innovation. The competitions that they organize include the first robotics competition, first Lego League, first Lego League Explore, first Lego League Discover, and the first Tech Challenge, in which we are participating now. Then about the FTC competition. FTC is like a competition for students that are aged 12 to 18. This is composed of many parts, and the one part is the robot game. The robot is to be built by a team, and it has to consist of 10 to 15 participants. They have to distribute all their roles, gather funds, and finally build a robot to participate in the game. The different roles include the build team, which has to build a robot, the programming team, which has to program the robot, operators, which has to control the robot during the game, engineering notebook maintainers, and fund managers. I would like to be a part of the build team to build a robot, or the CAD team to design the various parts of the robot in CAD software. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Vignesh. Vedant, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir. So,
Yeah.
Can I share my screen? Yes, sir. Can you see my screen?
Introduce yourself first.
Okay, yeah. So, hello everyone. I'm Vedant Abhyankar. I study in grade 7 of the Vasant Valley School, New Delhi. Yeah, and so today I'm gonna talk about FTC and what my opinion is about the competition. Okay, so there are many different stages of FTC. So first we have the kickoff, where the topics are announced and the game plan is revealed. Then we have scrimmage, where practice rounds are held by affiliate volunteers of FTC. Basically, these tournaments are like practice rounds for teams to get better at like doing the game. And then you have leagues. So these are small qualifying competitions that are held to see which teams go on to the next round. Then you have the qualifying tournaments, and these are big competitions where teams from around the country come together to see who wins and goes to the championship tournaments. And in the championship tournaments, these teams battle it out to get into one of two first tech events. And then in the first championship, teams from the certain country get to participate against international teams. They go head to head to see who wins the FTC trophy. Okay, so a brief overview about the first tech challenge. FTC is a tech challenge created by FIRST.
it basically helps children learn about STEM and robotics through competitive means. And then while robotics and STEM are a very important part of this competition, they aren't everything. Like in this competition, you have aspects like teamwork and respect. These aspects play a huge role in the competition. FTC has many mottos, and FTC officially terms its events as a competition where teams have to battle it out while also respecting each other and helping each other through tough times. And then what FTC means to me. So FTC to me is a competition where like-minded individuals who have a passion for robotics like me from around the world get to compete against each other in a fun game-like atmosphere. FTC gives opportunities to experience the challenges of STEM and robotics and allows us to increase our knowledge base so that in the future we know more about STEM and robotics and we get good at STEM and robotics. So it kind of acts like a platform. And then FTC allows young minds to prove their skills and learn important life lessons in other spheres like sponsorships, fundraising, designing to get people to understand what your idea is about. And all in all, FTC makes children future ready by allowing them to learn new skills while having fun in this competition atmosphere. So essentially it puts kids through a bit of healthy competition. Yeah, and then the way I perceive my role. So I've been a part of Legogoa for about the past 4 years. I have had a lot of experience in participating in competitions like WRO and the MIT Apathon. Furthermore, I have attended training sessions by Legogoa for FLL as well as WRO. Um, because I'm not physically present in Goa, I would like to help this team in the areas that can be helped that can be worked on virtually. This would include designing communication marketing strategies and then working on core values of FTC, organizing sponsorships, coding virtually, and then the team building aspect of it. I would also be happy to contribute in any area that my team would like me to. And thank you.
Thanks, Vedant. Next. Come, please.
So, hello everybody, my name is Zulisa and I study in Shada Middle School and I'm in 7th grade. So, the main reason I joined the FTC competition is because I like learning and building new things, and I also like solving logical reasoning problems, and I even do a bit of programming. And I joined the program because I would like in the programming and construction of the robot part. And as I like solving logical reasoning problems, I would also help in if there are any problems faced by the robot. I would also like I would also like to help in it. Yes, so that is what I joined FTC. Yeah.
Who next? Yeah, Viraj, Saiprana. No, no, you have to come. Introduce yourself, and you don't have to repeat what everybody has said. Just add on to if some new points are there. You have sent a presentation to me. You can start till that time. So then let's speak about it. No, no need to show the presentation. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Introduce you first. Introduce first.
Hello everyone, so I am Viraj Vishwanath Marathi. I study in standard 7 and I am for Dr. K.B. Legogoa Axiom. So I have made a presentation regarding FTC. Now, what is first? It is an organization, it is a non-profit organization, youth, which is run the youth, which is leading in the world, and it was founded by Dean Kahneman in 1989. So it is a competition where the students are thinking like engineers and solving the real life problems in a engineer's fashion, like finding a solution to a problem in the simplest manner possible and trying to devise the solution out of the least materials needed. Now, things I like regarding FTC. The first one is the idea of funding. Normally, many of the robotics competitions are just you have to get the materials and you're done. But for FTC, you have many steps. Like as many of you have stated that there is kickoff, then you have to design and all. And one of the most important parts of it is funding. This is one of the most best parts about FTC is you have to do outreach and use your connections to get funds for your project. After that, we also have the automatic and manual part. Many of the robotics competitions are usually just automatic or manual. So having a competition that is modular, which means having both the manual and automatic segments provide a great variety. Now, another topic in at first tech challenge is gracious professionalism. It involves respecting others while battling with them at the same time. This leads to many good things since you get to know your alliance or also your enemy much better, and you can also work together to figure out problems regarding each other. Now, the first tech challenge also has many core values such as designing, which is discovery, which means learning new skills. Then we have innovation, using the new skills that you have learned. Then we have impact, which is using the new skills that you have learned to raise an impact in the world. And then we have inclusion, which means you not letting out anybody and respecting everybody in the team. And lastly, we have fun, because if there's no fun, it's not a real robotics competition. The roles I would like to play are programming, especially in Java and Android Studio, since I have some experience in it. I would also like to help in the TensorFlow, also known as the machine learning, since I have created many apps using machine learning. And I would also like to test the robot and use developing the robot. Thank you.
Yeah. Introduce and then.
My name is Sai Pranam Gandhi. I'm from Standard 7 Shadamandir School. My father is Harish Gandhi and my mother is Aparna Gandhi. So FTC stands for the first tech challenge. There are many aspects of FTC, including non-robotics aspects, such as outreach, funding, game and robotics is another big part, and gracious professionalism. Outreach means that you have to meet with other people and learn other things and reach out to other people. The game and robotics is the robotics part where you have to build the robot to do the challenges. Gracious professionalism is like sportsmanship, where you have to work together with other teams you are competing with and help them, and while they also help you. The engineering notebook is a notebook where you write down all the things that you have learned about how you funded your team and how your entire journey to the FTC. There's also things like competition, which is where you cooperate with others while competing with them. There's also many core values that FTC has, such as discovery, which is discovering new things, innovation, where you innovate and use your creativity, impact, where you make an impact on the world, inclusion, where you include everybody to your team, and teamwork, where you work together with your team to solve complex challenges, and having fun.
Thank you. It's okay if you just stop, introduce at least.
Hi, my name is Taksh Parekh. That's my dad, David Parekh. I've joined. I want to join FTC because I don't really have a lot of background in coding and machine building, but I can be part of the fundraising and being a driver because I've experienced with remote control and stuff like that. Yeah, FTC is really interesting as I've been for a few robotic competitions, but they don't have any of this stuff like again fundraising, um, engineering networks, all this stuff, right? And all of them also just automated, which so there's no handheld manual control. That's it.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, thanks for all. I think we have learned a lot from them only. Instead of me explaining. Yeah. Thanks to all the brilliant kids here. Who is left? Oh, yeah, sorry. Please. Let's talk here. Oh, two are there left. Oh, it's a big team. Found? No, maybe. I should. Just scroll it up. Wait, let me share this.
Everyone, my name is Samyan Tangam. I am Mustafa High School. I am studying in Standard 9, and he is my father, Bhushan Tangam, and she is my mother, Sheetal Tangam. What is FTC? It's a way more than building robots. First tech challenge, first team tech challenge teams are challenged to design, build, program, and operate robots to compete in a head-to-head challenge in an alliance format. And the Mr. Jane Kamen introduced the philosophy gracious professionalism, which means doing things that encourages high quality work, emphasizes the value of others, and respects individual and the community. So I will like to play the role of programming because I have experience in programming like Python and I'm learning Java.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I am Agnish and I am here today with my mother, Siddhi Dangi. In FTC, I would like to be in the build team because I would like to learn more about the most of the hardware and the motors and gears and more about CAD. I'm pretty sure nearly everything about what FTC is and what we learn in it has been mentioned. So now during the competition, the cones can have custom-made signal sleeves, which can be awarded extra points in a couple of different ways. So I think we should focus a bit on that. So that's
Well done.
thank you.
You done? Take Toyota. Oh, okay. Toyota Mansur. Yeah, they are brilliant kids, lucky. Brilliant and big team. So let's see how we can manage all of them. The big challenge. So I and Aparna are there for the coach part. So we will help in coaching the team. So as far as hardware is concerned, they have set down what can be used and what cannot be used. As far as electronics is concerned, everything has to be as per their list. So there are only 3 companies: GoBuilder, Rare, and Tetrix, whose products are approved. In India, there is one service provider, Infinity X in Pune, which is the official provider of all the FTC kits in India. So their kit, it will be available shortly. They have said 1.8 lakhs plus 18% GST. That kit is of Tetrix make, what they are saying. But if you, what we have asked other teams, they say GoBuilder is the best kit. All these kits cost $600 in US. Only 600. By the time it comes to India, this Infinity sells it for 1.8 plus 16%, which comes to around 2 lakhs approximately, which is like 3 times more the cost of US. So it would be nice to find somebody could carry that. I did find 2 friends, but it's coming to 16 kilos. So it's difficult for someone to ask to carry. It's like one independent luggage to carry. So there's one existing team in Mumbai, RoboFun. I've asked them to help us. They said they will, whatever is the cost plus the shipping. Shipping is currently around $300. Duty and tax comes to around 500. So altogether it comes to around 1,200 US dollars if we ask this person RoboFun Lab to get it for us. So that will come to 1,200 into whatever it is, around a lakh. So we'll still save 50% over what these people, and would get the best kit which is recommended by others. That is the kit. This kit is just the basic part. We would need more parts on the basic kit. That would approximately cost another lakh or half. Because
those parts have to be fabricated, is it? By
no, so that's what I said. There are not, there's not one part. There is a kit which contains the motors and the electronics. Yeah, I'm good. So electronics, I have already ordered the hub. So maybe it will be shipped in 15 days or so to my friend in US, who will carry it to him on 15th of December. Is coming to Goa. That time we'll carry. So we need something called as a control hub and the expansion hub. You see it, right? Control hub can only connect 4 motors, but expansion hub can connect 8 motors. So typically we need more than 4 motors. Luckily, I just put a random post on Facebook, and some team in US, typical first, they donated one expansion hub to us without any nothing. They just simply randomly, they already shipped it to my friend, has reached him. And that's not available in the market completely. So it was a very good, perfect act of first, what first signifies. They just said, give us a thank you note. That's it, which even Aditya already has made the thank you note for them. This is how first works. They always promote helping. So we have luckily got both. Most teams do not have these 2. So hopefully by 15 December, we'll have the most important electronics part with us. Motors, we will get 4 motors with the kit, but 4 will not be sufficient. We'll need additional 4 motors plus some more structural elements. The weight is of the aluminum elements, aluminum parts. Now, although the aluminum looks normal aluminum, it is not normal. It is high grade tensile aircraft material aluminum, which I have tried in Goa. In India, it's not available. So we will have to get it from US. That's the limitation. I'm still asking friends if they could source some thing. So we can custom do everything other than electronics and motors. We can custom do 3D printing everything. So that also we'll have to do. That also is part of it. As I shared, typically we might spend around 4 to 5 lakhs all put together. That's my guesstimate. It's not, because for me also is the first time that we are doing. So we expect around 4 to 5 lakhs expenditure. It might go above. It may not come for sure, below that for sure. We are currently, I think, 13 members in the team. So we could make a guess how much it will come to each of us as of now. If we should not manage to raise any kind of sponsorship. We hope we will raise sponsorship, but let's consider that we may not raise any sponsorship, considering that India and Goa is not so open to funding such things. Although we are already working on it, let's hope it works. But if it doesn't work, let's expect that 5 lakhs divided by, let's say, 10 members is what we might spend by the end of the season. Okay, so let's be clear on that part. Okay, next. So typically timelines, what we're looking at is by December, we should get most of the kit. December holidays, probably we should be able to get all the members to start working on the hard physical construction. So holidays, if you're not going anywhere, let all the kids come to either to my house or here, we'll identify some place to start building. Till that time, we do not have any building part. Once we do the building part from mid-December to say mid-January, then we could have start the practice things. Sponsorship we'll have to start now onwards, and Aditya and his mom are already working on it, and also Shaunak and Shaunak's mom are working on the sponsorship part. We will try to create a proposal and we will send it to each other, try and see how we could maximize our sponsorship. Your help would be required, of course. How we could be unique in raising our sponsorships. I remember 3 years ago, Cyclone, we had conducted a Lego class and we did make some money. Yeah. So something like that we can try. Yeah, even Venkatesh was there. So we conducted classes, robotic sessions, and we put some nominal charges for that. I think we raised around 15,000 if I'm not mistaken. So we could try such things to raise money. Let's plan such activities. All of you are experts. Most of you have conducted workshops. You could plan such workshops in December or now. Let's plan that. Maybe 2 days or 1 week event, and that's how we can start raising money. That's one thing. We'll also try to divide as per your interest into different teams. So each one of you can concentrate on either programming or on rules or on hardware. I also propose that we meet every day for 10 minutes online. Okay, maybe that same 9 o'clock, 9 in the night or 9:30, let's identify. 10 minutes every day we will meet so that we know what we are doing every day. Sounds okay? Every day 10 minutes? Yeah. 9 o'clock. The team that is conducting the session for us from Mumbai, Team Sigma, yesterday we had one session, right? So they have continued the session on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I think. I'll share that to you. Same timing, 8:30 to 9:30. Okay. We also propose that we should meet once a week physically. Okay. Some of you might have a problem, but let's try to meet at least once a week. Okay. Now, I do not know how the timings match. You must be having some class on Sunday also. Let's try. Is this time convenient? 5:30 on Sunday? Most of you are? Most of you are okay, right? So we try to meet on Sundays at the same time. Anything missing? Missing anything?
Dividing into sections.
Yes, that will do. I think you're one more team member. You would like to introduce yourself and your others and how you like what FTC means to you. You could come here.
My name is Parth Manish Patel. I'm studying class 8. I'm from Savanpudi, Maharashtra. So I'm here to make some of the cool projects on robotics. I've been working, I'm trying to make, and I'm learning robotics from almost 3 years.
Okay, introduce your mother also, please.
I'm his auntie.
Acha, auntie.
Yeah.
Okay.
His mother is a doctor, which
Acha.
doesn't have time. And I also hail from the same place, Savantwadi. And now I am not working. I was a principal in Barrister Matped Education, College of Education, Kuda. And I got hurt in an accident and I left the job. So now I am at home.
Okay. Interesting that you like to continue, come all the way from Savantwadi. I think you're the farthest one. Thanks for being there. I don't know how you manage every week. Is it okay for you to travel?
Every week, 15 days so we'll come. Every fortnight. My sister is staying here in Kundai.
Acha. Interesting. Nice. They have a very mixed team from all over. I think the oldest would be Aditya and youngest, I don't know, maybe Vedant. I think so. Yeah, we have a mixed team, right, from 11th standard to 7th standard. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Vedant must be the youngest. Yeah. And we have one from Delhi also. Yeah, what next? So I would also make students into one group and we parents who could discuss separately, I guess. We could give some time to students so that you know each other and identify the roles that you would like to play. Because I have seen that most of you want to do programming and build, but then some also you also need to assign yourself other roles because in the team you need all the roles to be divided equally. So you can plan amongst yourself what you want to do, right? You want me or you can decide amongst yourself, all the team members. And I would also like to ask parents which do you have time to contribute in those departments that I mentioned, or you find it's up to you. For example, I could also need help. Like, for example, every day we have this meeting, right? 9 o'clock. So, if the meeting happening, is everybody present? Even those works also are there. That also takes a lot of time. So, even if volunteers, if parents find that we cannot give time for major work, at least such admin works also, if you could give some time, it will be nice. How many came for today's meeting? How many came for the next meeting?
I will be happy to do that.
Okay, nice. If you just pick some roles like this, it will be nice. Some parents could do more work also. It is welcome. All are welcome. It's up to you to decide and tell me what you would like to do. And most students, what you would like to do? Discuss among yourself and arrive at some kind of a plan. Pranav, would like to take them to one. We will go this side, we can discuss, or you want me to be a part of discussion? How do you want to do? Or if you are all not knowing each other, that's why I want you to know each other because completely new to you.
No, but how do we start size now?
How do we start?
Wait for the kid or?
No. We will not wait for the kid. Learning is started already.
Yeah, it started already.
The CAD is started. CAD will continue for 3 more sessions and the programming will start. And you have simulators also. Once the programming is over, somebody will design the whole robot on the CAD. That robot has to be taken to the simulator and you will play the actual match in the simulator. So even before the robot comes, the virtual robot will be ready. By 15th of December, your virtual robot should be ready and should be playing the simulator. Simulator means the virtual field, not the actual field, the virtual field. You will be playing in the virtual field. That's the target for you in the next 1 month. So some of you should learn CAD very quickly so that you can build the whole robot on CAD. Some of you should learn Android or Java so that you can start programming that. So you need to divide the work. There's a lot of work. There's immense amount of work for you to do. So it depends how quickly you can grasp these things.
And what about like people like Aditya who are
Yeah.
not so technological?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you two can work on the entire plan as to how we can raise sponsorships, how can we create a plan to outreach, how can we create a marketing plan. So parallelly, you can advise us how do we do this. So you create the strategy for us. Make sense?
Earlier, there was a science exhibition going on. So we asked for one stall where Pranav and Venkatesh and Vedant, 3 of them.
No, Vedant is not.
Vedant is not here. I don't know what
That is that Make in Goa, right?
Yeah, we can go up there.
So we took a stall from them and these people were teaching and whoever came that day, they paid us 500 rupees.
So you can like look for such kind of places where we can organize workshop. And once we did in one mall in Moscow, right?
Correct.
They also paid us something.
Yes.
And once we did near the Naina se pehle koi tha.
Kaleidoscope, yeah.
No, se pehle koi tha.
I don't know the name. It was a play school. Yeah, kids play school. Right. Then we did I think a 2 week or a 3 week course.
Something
Yeah.
for every student learning how to make a craft or some building activity. So there actually we earned most as 16,000 something. So those kind of you need to identify places where depending on the team members capacity they can do, like all can't teach programming, all can't teach building. So you need to look what is the strength of each member of the team.
They'll have to work on some kind of a Excel sheet or something.
Yeah. I think the first thing that you have at hand is to prepare the document. Document as to why you're looking for sponsorship.
Yeah.
Right? The strengths of the team. Document each one's profile. Okay, this person is so and so. This is his profile. Second person's profile. Well, ultimately, you have to make a website also. So all these profiles will automatically go to the website. The first thing is documenting what we are, the strengths of the team. Second is what is FTC. Now, by doing FTC, what the students will from here will become here, and what the company or the sponsor will benefit from sponsoring us. All these things you have to write down. Once you have these things clear in your mind, then you can make a document. For
Like a
everyone will
business
help
case,
us.
like the way that you are sending me that business case.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, something like that. Once you have that, Hemant will help you in polishing it because he does that as a professional. He's very good at it. Then once it is polished, then we can make a list of probable sponsors. Okay. Maybe if you send out to 100 people, 2 people might give us, but we need to make a list of 100 at least who are probable who can sponsor us. Right? Then we send it out to them, then call them, follow up with them. Would you be interested in sponsoring us? If you sponsor, how it will benefit the state or the country? Something like that. We'll have to give that kind of a thing.
Well, what
That
about
we can-
crowdfunding? They are recommended.
Yes, we can think of that also. Why not? Of course. Yeah. But there has to be a strategy.
Yeah.
For crowdfunding, how do I know who is this guy whom I want to crowdfund? Suppose there is one sick person, we know that it is sick, that's why you have to crowdfund. But what is his FTC now?
Yeah.
What is his FTC? What are they doing? Why should I crowdfund? Nobody knows, right? If you come here, you do not know what FTC is. So similarly, nobody in Goa or India knows much about FTC. So first the education should happen, why we are doing this. Then only they will crowdfund you. So that unless until you have that whole plan about what we are and what we are doing, you'll not be able to market it. So the marketing plan starts from what we are and what we are trying to do. So that you can work on. Yeah. Actually, your role is the most important role in the next 1 month. Yeah.
One more thing is that we have done a few workshops in slum areas. There, 20-30 kids came, and first time they have seen the robot, the joy in their eyes, so that is much more than any sponsorship. So they were so happy, like something that they have, they were catching the moon in their hand, that much feeling was there. So that outreach also we should have, apart from just collecting money or yes. You need to identify those places and take the entire thing, irrespective of their strength or whatever, best spend time with those kind of people and then see how much better we are, or how much privileged we are, and what we can do to them.
Is there some point of contact?
Yes. Yes.
Get some point of
Yes.
contact.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually they can also share that Excel sheet, with us, so that we can also add some points.
Yes.
And in schools you can do it.
Yes.
Schools actually.
Yes. So already I think Viraj spoke in his school yesterday. Started already. He spoke about FTC in his school presentation.
And all the activities, documents we keep in one drive, where everybody can have access to it.
No, but robotics.
Yes.
So yesterday they had in the
AFA, correct.
I don't think it's fundraising.
Yeah, it was not fundraising, it was just a workshop.
Very difficult not to get a contact.
Even
What she said.
Shaunak was there, no?
Yeah.
He only conducted it.
Sorry, how many teams are there?
You are the robotics.
India-wide, there might be around 40 teams.
So this starts at zonal level and
How-
then
how-
goes.
No, it is only one national level. There's no
About
zonal.
the fund, how you are managing.
No, this is actually basically awareness. What
No,
they are
no,
trying
you all
to do.
experience in robotics, how you manage the fund.
Funds, my husband had got some sponsorships. So then they asked for the business logo or whatever. Then
Yeah, so he prepared the,
Yeah.
like, two people who know what it is.
Yes. So yes, that's what this team has to do. Correct.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. We all will learn. It's a learning experience.
No, and FTC is something new to Goa.
Yes.
People are not aware. It's WRO and all, we have to participate. It will take some time, but it will happen.
WRO is purely robotics. FTC is much
Let's have
beyond
one in
robotics.
AFK.
Huh?
Let's have one in AFK.
Yeah.
Shift to the it's only fundraising, I don't know, because nobody.
Yeah. No, this was
If
really
you have
not
some
to-
point, then we can make
Yeah.
one.
This was size like.
We have to make a calendar. So we have to make a calendar for us. Somebody has to make a calendar. How many activities we will do by the next 4 months and prioritize. There will be a lot of things to do, but we have a limited amount of time. No, not the points. I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about our calendar. What we will do in the next 4 months, which includes so many outreach, so many fundraising, so many these activities. We have to make a calendar because there's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of outreach, but we have limited amount of time. So which outreach we should do so that we can derive maximum benefit.
Also to the website, are we going to use HTML, CSS?
Sure. You can be the volunteer to the site. Yes.
I had a suggestion for the engineering notebook.
Mhm.
What if we make it like a modular thing first? So people who are working on fundraising can write down about the fundraising. People who are coding can write down about their coding experience. People who are building the robot can write about the robot building.
That is why
Things
the
like that.
daily note, daily diary, that's what it
Yeah,
means.
sort of
Yeah.
like that. And then everybody can write notes of exactly what they're doing. And at the end, we can combine all of that together to make the engineering notebook. Rather than at the end, we all just make entire thing together at once. Sure, every time something happens, you write it down. Like, for example, in 3D designing, you can say that today we designed this much, and there are this many variations, made a new variation today, things like that. And then at the end, we can add all of that together.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is there a
So-
specific template for the engineering?
There are many.
They've given a template.
There are many people who have done many kinds of notebooks. There are it's a huge thing. It's almost happening in 10, 15 years in the world. So amount of data available is huge. That's not the problem. Huge. There are a lot of innovations in FTC. Yes. Some of you who are new and not part of robotics, you have to find some roles for yourself, right? Because robot will not come in the next 1 month. You have only in December. So till that time, you have to find roles for yourself as to what you could do. Something which is not robotics, not building or so that also you need to identify. Yes, anything else?
We need to look at this possibility also. Suppose your friend forgets to bring herb or something happens, like you don't have the heart of the robot. In such case, what do we do?
But possibility is always there. Yeah, it can happen.
Possibility is there.
It can get stuck in customs also. Yeah. Possibility is there. Everything to carry, we cannot carry the battery now. That's a big challenge now.
Oh, it's
Yeah, no batteries. We have to figure out something to guard India only. Lot of challenges are there. We'll tackle them. But the possibility is there. 15 days ago, we were not even sure we will get the heart. But somebody donated, right? So it will happen. Good things will happen. Anything else? Anything else? So, as per your interest, now let me open the sections. So we have fundraising and business team. I'll start putting in the names. Huh? So parent mentor, Dimas, would you like to volunteer for this?
Yeah.
So we have fundraising and business team. Okay. So that's Dimas. Okay, and that's Sanjo, mother of. So they are already been working on this. Yeah. So to add, I'll add parent mentor too. Okay. Yeah. Student one is Aditya. Then we have team building and first implementation. Now, this is something which is how do we build within ourselves? How do we build the team? Because we do not know each other, right? Most of are traveling plus in them for the first time. So unless until we become a good team, we'll not be able to do well. So we need to have somebody in charge of how to build this team and how do we implement all the first like cooperation, professionalism. So I need one parent volunteer and students who can volunteer for
Team
this.
song and the body language of the kids. That is what they notice the entire 2 days. It is not just robot only.
Yeah, so there are judges in the competition who are actually watching how the team behaves within the team, how they behave with the others, and they're giving these points. Yeah, they are actually doing this. The judges are actually looking at how you behave. So unless until we implement it as a policy, we will not actually behave like that. So
No fighting around the team. Just take care of whatever happens.
fighting is okay. I mean, disagreement is fine, but not fine.
You all should agree to disagree.
So, any parent volunteer here for this team building and first? Even we had done last time theme song, rap song, music, dance, everything is part of this. We have to do all this, by the way.
Last time Eric Small was there. She designed.
We build costumes, t-shirts, lots of work is there.
Besides this t-shirt thing, I think you have to work on first. Because if even for sponsorship, because if I take Shana to somebody to give a presentation about what it is, I would like him to wear a t-shirt of something like that. So that it gives, means even have click photographs.
Okay.
That can also be a part of the documentation.
Okay. So you mean to say we'll have the t-shirt first now?
Yeah, at least a basic.
Makes sense. Everybody agree to this?
Yeah.
We just design one and get one. So you can give. I'll share one Google form for the sizes and share a design also. Okay, makes sense.
For this team activities, we require some small games among the team members so that rapport builds up. Team song, if kids are last time somebody was playing violin,
Guitar.
So just to develop the rapport or the tuning between the team members. So one parent has to take that role, develop some small games, team song, team dance. You still remember your FLL? The signature step, you still remember? So one parent has to take that role.
Okay, we don't have names for now. We can tell us later on, but this is a required thing, something which is very important for first. Any student volunteers here? Team building. Team building. No volunteers? The most important part which first believes in no volunteers.
I think they are yet to know how the people are. Then
we'll talk about it later. Then we have the build team. Build team is the one which actually builds the robot. Here, how many volunteers? Everybody wants to volunteer. Everybody.
Sir, myself.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, programming team. How many are there? Okay, so there is Anike, then there is Samihan, everybody. Okay, then you have to divide amongst yourself. Yes.
one person.
Yeah, Vignesh. Programming team. No, I'm talking about programming. Programming or programming. So we have Aniket, Samihan, you, Aryan, and Venkatesh, and Vignesh.
Pranav is not there. Pranav is there.
You didn't say.
No, he is.
Viraj is there. Anyway, I'll keep this sheet open. You can enter your names. Admin. So we have Akshaya, who is the team manager. Anybody willing to assist?
Yeah, I'm the sister.
Okay. Yes. Then your documentation and website.
Yes, sir. I can do that, Vedant.
Anybody else? For documentation website.
Good evening, Saiji. As the
Yes, ma'am.
good evening, Saiji. I would like to volunteer for this group.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Nila ma'am as the parent volunteer for documentation website. Okay. Nila ma'am, Vedant and Taksh. Perfect. Anybody else?
Attendance, maintenance, and tracking the progress of the team. She volunteered.
Yes. Yeah. So that
My
will
name
come
is
under
Saroj Damodar.
Saroj. So ma'am, I will also put you in this team building and first implementation, which includes this also. I'll explain to you. So communications and marketing. So I think communications, so this is what we're talking about, right? So fundraising. So do we merge these two then, fundraising and communications, or do we keep them separate?
No, it's better you spread it out.
Okay. But if we spread it out, we do not have so many people. Same people doing both the things.
Waiting like following up and all, I can help in funding.
Okay, so there is what I had mentioned here is fundraising and business team, and also I had mentioned communications and marketing. I think both seem to be overlapping a lot. Let me merge them and add them to one team instead of two different teams, because we do not have so many volunteers to do all that part together.
No, other way is be right now it will be two different branches.
No, but although if I have two branches, there will be same people doing both the branches.
Doesn't matter. We merge anyway all the time.
Okay. Copy the same names and add some more names. So communication marketing means help document the team activities as part of engineering notebook. So keep track of, okay, fine. Then we have logistics team. And logistics team here means all this work like the schedule when we have the meetings, where we have the meetings, keep track of the kids, where they are, where they will come, procurement, all this part of logistics. Here, any parent would like to help?
So consider me as a programming team interview.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So Aparna and Mr. Bhushan, the programming team. So logistics team, any volunteer, any volunteering parent. Here it purely means coordinating all the schedules. You can do that.
One request I have on the group, if people can put their real names, if possible. But there are some names that you cannot see.
What we could do is we could save all the numbers now. If you don't save, that's the problem. So what I could share is I could share Excel with numbers and names, so we can all save their numbers. Other than we'll not have this problem.
Yeah.
Because now we are next 4 months we're going to be a family. You have to know each other very well. It's just the beginning now.
Somebody is I am alien, it can.
Yeah.
I am an alien, it can. It's you.
Today is a cat, tomorrow we will be somebody else. So don't even think. Unless until you save him and Viraj, you will find him tomorrow as some other animal. Okay, there's one more the thing which I've added is strategy and safety. I need a parent volunteer here also. Now here strategy and safety means reading all the rules and whether we are following the rules, and safety is we ensure that everybody follows the safety. Safety is very important now because we are going to handle big robots. It has to be handled carefully. That is why we have to have a safety protocol and everybody follows the safety protocol. So we need one parent volunteer essentially volunteering for this.
Is there anybody who have not given name for any of these activities?
And I will not force anybody, you can think about it, but surely we need volunteers there. So if you find yourself willing to help, please. I will share this sheet. You can add your name, students and parents. Okay, so that we can. So each team head can then coordinate with their respective student and work separately. So team meetings which will happen, but you can have separate meetings. For example, you and Hemant could meet your sponsorship team and discuss. Programming team can meet separately and discuss about what programming team is doing. So each parent mentor can start guiding the individual student mentors. Right? Yeah, that's it. About anything else that we need to address?
Let me check the list. Icebreaker, roles and sections in the team, assigning into sections, components of FTC, timelines, hardware status, sponsorship, programming, daily meetings, physical. Done?
Yeah. Done.
It's a nice day.
Since the day we have those trainings, no? Is it possible that at 9:30 then it goes almost till 10?
Yes.
Yes. So that daily meeting, when I planning to have
9 o'clock, I said, no?
No, but when you have
So when we have this, we don't have to have separate daily meeting. We could, by the end of the session, we could just wait for 5 more minutes and then end the meeting. For example, the trainings are from 8:30 to 9:30. So 9:30 to 9:35, we could just discuss about the day's activity and end by 9:35.
Sure.
No separate meeting on the day which you have trainings. Otherwise, every 9 o'clock we will meet. Yeah, any other doubts, parents, or we could break into smaller groups and start discussing. Okay, thank you. And now we could break into, yeah, I'm sharing. I will make it open, editable.
So put it in the group.
Yeah.
The WhatsApp.
Okay, most important part. For the contribution, I have asked, so Akshay has given one account number. So we could start depositing our first installment of 15,000 into that. I will share the account today. So that at least we have the minimum corpus which is required. Remaining, what is required, I will not ask now. If we require, then we will ask. As of now, we can start with 15,000. Okay for everybody, right?
Yes.
I'll share the account details also. It is actually Akshay has one account which you're using. But for a sponsorship, you will have an issue. So if the sponsorship is asking for a proper account, then we'll have a problem. We'll have to figure out that also. Because they might say that we need a NGO account or a CSR account. No, I mean to say an NGO account, which we do not have right now. We'll have to figure out some NGO and route the money through them to us. For example, if some company is willing to give CSR, they will not give an individual account. So we'll have to have some other account which we can use for. If they want some tax exemption and all that, which will not be able to provide. So there's one challenge is there for us.
Apart from this kit, we have the travel and stay expenditure.
That is extras, yeah.
Yeah, that is extra. It should come around easily.
Luckily, it's in Pune, so not much. Like Pune, it's not so far to travel. Yeah, you can drive also.
When is this competition?
Last week of Feb or first week of March.
Because normally they have the exams in
Yes, so there are 2 kids who are borderline. So We do not know whether they can. He is traveling and he has exams, so we do not know whether they will actually be able to join or not. Okay, so we will break now. Individually, we could form into teams and continue discussing, and then we can break. That's for now. Thank you. So you could discuss with Taksh and Bhushan sir, and you could discuss with the programming team separately as to how you need to actually work on the programming. There is a lot to learn. It's a completely new environment for kids. So to decide which skill to acquire, Java or Android, and then work on it accordingly. The build team I will manage. So whoever is in the build team, you can discuss with me. I will give you some pointers as to what is required in build. Okay. And the documentation team, Vedant, you could start. You could start working on each one's portfolio. You could create like a form where everybody fills each one's specialties so that we can make a document. Like Cyprano does this, or Vedant does this, or Venkatesh has this kind of achievements. So we can create each one's portfolio, like a biodata for the website. Okay. Thank you. How would you like? Would you like to stay back, discuss, or you're free to? It's up to you all.